Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. My name is Carrie, and I'm a full-time Elliott Wave trader in the Forex and crypto markets. Today's video is going to be an update on Bitcoin, ETH, and we're going to take a quick look at the DXY. So starting out on Bitcoin, I've pulled up the most data that we have, and I'm going to go over my thoughts on what the bigger picture might be. Now, every Elliottian that looks at this could possibly come up with a different scenario here. That's natural, and it's just the way it is, okay? This can be broken down and looked at in many different ways. But I've looked at it, and I've looked at it, and I've looked at it, and I think I've come up with the best scenario that I can here. So if we assume that this was the first wave 1, and this was the first wave 2 ever, and this is all in the making of a wave 3, inside of our wave 3, we would need 5 waves. If we count this as 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, which 4 did not come into 1, which would be a rule breaker. It did not. And we count this as 5, that would make sense for our 5 waves inside of our wave 3. But the big question is this 3 done, or is it not done? Well, looking at the tops of every one of these, they all have the same look. This blow-off top look. This pointed and down, pointed down, pointed down look. Even right here, we have a pointed and down look. And here, we have this rounded top look. Well, if you take a look right over here in the 2017 bull run, when we were making these wave 4s, wave 5s, wave 4s, they had that rounded top look, which leads me to believe that that is what we're creating here as a 4 because of the rounded top look. Is that absolutely 100%? I can't say. But looking at past, applying it to the future, is what I'm trying to do here. So we have 2 options here. One is that this is a wave 1, a 2, this is 3. We're in the process of making 4 that cannot come into wave 1. And then we still have the 5th to go, which would be a 5th wave to end our bigger 3rd. The other option on the table here, because we do have 5 waves inside of here, and which means that it is possible that this is a 5, our 3rd is in, and we're going to make 4. I hope this isn't the scenario, but if it is, it is. Because this 4 would be a major buy of the century in my book, okay? So wave 4s like to come into the prior wave 4. That being said, we have so much support here on top that I don't see this 4 coming to the bottom of the 4 by any means. I would see it finding support somewhere in here. But it would be much extended It would be bigger. It would look at the size of this 4. And this is a sub-degree. So this 4 is going to look like a bear market if this is true. It's going to be very long. Longer than this one. It should be anyway. And if this is the case, when it's over, I don't believe it'll ever break this support. This 5th is going to look like another bull run. So which one it is, I can't absolutely say. It's either the 3rd is not done and we have another hit to the high, and then we get a 4th, or this is done. So we'll have to wait and see. So let's move down and talk about the weekly time frame. Start out on the weekly quickly here. Weekly time frame, as I said in my prior videos, is still holding the 40 line. The reason I talk about this is because all along here in this 4th wave, when we were holding this line of support in this descending triangle, we were holding 40. When we broke it is when we had this rollover. So I'd like to see us hold this. I'd like to see us hold the 40 on the weekly. On the daily time frame, we had this bullish divergence, which is still there, which leads me to believe that very soon here we should get a pop to the upside. Because I don't see that the divergence has played out yet. We've had a little bit of a pop to the upside here, but a daily divergence usually will give us much more of a move. It can be a little bit smaller of moves because each one of these had it, but this don't just seem like it's played out yet. Okay, let's talk about the 2 ways that this can go down. If we get a pop to the upside, and I'm just going to make it like this, okay, and it doesn't come into this yellow line, I will be looking at this as a 1, a 2, a 3, all of this 4, and 5. Where 5 will come, I can't say. Maybe it comes down to this support area right here. But we have a saying, what starts with 5 ends with 5. So what we want to see after this 5th wave is the highest rally we can get. Because the higher the rally, the 5 waves that we're going to need on the other side, hopefully, will be a higher low. And we'll create a higher low. And maybe that will be the end of this 4th. And we'll get on up there for our 5th. The other way that this can go down is if this rallies high and breaks into the yellow line. If that happens, I will see this as an A, a B, and a C. This rally to the upside will be an ABC or a WXY. Labeling's not that important, but we will still need a partner for this ABC to the downside. And depending on how high this comes is whether we will get 5 waves or we will get 3 waves. But either way, we are going to need a partner for this. Okay? So let's talk about the lower time frame and what is going on in this sideways chopping us around. Okay, so the first move that we had was a 3-wave move to the upside, which I'm labeling A. Then we had a 3-wave move to the downside, which I'm labeling W. In between here, to make the X, we had a 3-wave move, which I'm labeling WXY. Here's where it's going to get a little confusing, and I'm going to try to make it simple, and I'm going to go over the first scenario first. The first scenario is that Y is complete, which means B is complete, that matches with this A, and we're going to get that C wave to the upside. If this is the count, invalidation is this bottom right here. We cannot break this bottom for the C wave to take off now. The other option is that this Y is going to come deeper. Inside of it, the 3-wave move is actually going to look like this. B, whoops, sorry. B will be lower, and then we'll get the C. Now, how do we, if this is the scenario, how do we project for B? We use our regular fib extension, and we pull from top to bottom. B, in a flat, can break the A wave. And it comes right into what we call the expanded B pocket, which is the 1.236 and the 1.382. So this would be kind of like a fake out to the downside. We'd get this B into the expanded B pocket, and then we would get the C to the upside. And then after the C, of course, we would come to the downside, depending on how high it goes, on whether it's a 5th wave or it's the connector for the ABC. Okay, what else could be happening? Well, we had one other scenario, which the longer this goes on, I'm very leaning not that way. But it could be, and this is the last scenario, that this was a 3-wave move like this, creating a W, a 3-wave move like this, creating an X, and then a 3-wave move like this, creating the Y. And that what we have here is a truncated fifth wave, which would be 1, 2, 3. This was 4, and this is a truncated fifth, which means this would be the start of something. But because we have 5 waves, this being the start of something, it will be the start of something, but it's going to be corrective. And that we would create some kind of A, B, C to the upside, some type of corrective move, and then we're going to need the 5 waves to the downside for the partner for the 5. Invalidation for this move happening right now, and I can't say how high it will go, is this bottom right here. And basically this would be a 1, maybe we're making 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. So this is the more bullish option. So those are the options on the table right now for Bitcoin. Let's move over to ETH. Oops. Okay, ETH. And let's go out to the daily. And let's talk about the 2 scenarios with ETH here. So we have this move to the downside. And we have the same scenario going on with ETH here. This move can come deeper and come into the expanded B pocket, which would be like this. A, the B comes into the expanded B pocket, and then we get the C up. After the C, we will need a partner for this move to the downside. The higher the C goes, the higher the partner move will be. The other option which it's not looking like this is going to happen. Let me go down to a smaller time frame. Okay, so the other move is that this was the end of the B. So this is the A. The B ended here, and we're going up for C or WXY. Invalidation for this being the start right now is this low right here. This is awfully deep. I don't like how deep it's come, but it's not invalid yet. Okay? As soon as we break this bottom, this being the start of the C wave is invalid if we break this bottom right here. If we do break it, I just see this B coming deeper as an expanded or running flat. It's going to be a flat. But remember, once we come up for the C, we're going to need a partner for this. Okay, can anything else be going on? Let's see. I don't see any other counts at this moment. I still feel we're going to get some type of pop to the upside. We've got divergence on the 8-hour between this point and this point, this point and this point. It gave us a little pop to the upside, but it wasn't very much, which makes me feel like this could roll over and give us another move down into this expanded B pocket. So watch the expanded B. You pull from bottom to top. 1.236, 1.382 is that pocket. Okay, the DXY. Why am I going over the DXY? Well, because Bitcoin and the DXY have been known to have an inverse relationship. But I've found that sometimes they move together and sometimes they move opposite. So we're on a very high time frame here for me to just show you what I feel the next move is. So we had this move to the upside. I feel we're making a 3-wave move correction. And then we're going to be looking for another move to the upside for a partner. Whoop. Okay. Oh my word. Sorry, guys. All right. For a partner for this. So leg, correction, partner. That's on the higher time frame. Let's go into the smaller time frame. I see this as a wave 1, a wave 2. All of this is a wave 3 because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was an ending diagonal. I feel that we're going to be making another 4th here on a higher degree, which means this could go sideways for a little while, bounce back and forth in between this support and resistance. And then we still need the 5th. And then at that point, the DXY is going to make a huge move to the upside. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I thank you for each and every one of you. Have a great day.